very particular about how they load
Here's
their
the thing.
dishwasher.
I don't know how to use a dishwasher.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, I don't know how to load a
personally,
dishwasher.
I always manually wash my dishes.
Right.
Even though people say, and I do believe that it's more economical to use a dishwasher.
Right,
It's just
right.
not how it was brought up.
I
Let me
know.
hand wash my dishes, okay?
You're either raised in a household that hand wash their dishes, or you're raised in a household that wash their dishes in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Or you're a friggin'
Or you're a friggin'
animal.
disgusting
beast.
Why human do? I'm Terry.
I'm Jed.
And together,
We human.
We did an episode about splitting a literal bill, financially speaking. But there are all these other things that we split in life.
Socially,
emotionally, physically. And we want to talk about that ongoing ledger in your head.
Right.
When do you owe someone something, whether it's physical, social, emotional, and
how do you dish it out?
How do you distribute it
within a group?
In this episode, we're talking
when social favor, when social obligation.
We're talking about all those times when you feel like, yeah, you probably should contribute something to this situation.
Right.
But is it required of you? Or
is it appropriate?
Should you be there?
Is it
should
enough?
You just sit yourself out?
Right.
But before we get started, should we talk about maybe a time like this, recently when maybe there was like kind of a awkward social favor that was required, maybe that you didn't want to do, or that maybe you felt like, oh, I should have really stepped up there.
Here's a very minor case. For me, I went to Trader Joe's today.
Right.
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
Love the attendance there.
Oh, yeah. So I was checking out and...
Someone?
I mean...
Always.
At Trader Joe's.
Everyone's.
In Los Angeles, the highest average amount of beautiful people shop at Trader Joe's.
Absolutely. Tangent aside.
You're
checking out your groceries.
I was checking out my groceries, and usually the Trader Joe's cashiers are chipper.
Very chipper. They love to comment on the selections that you make,
and it can be a very exhausting thing.
Sure,
so
it's a lot of It's. I mean, it is. I do have to brace myself every time I get to a counter. At Trader Joe's.
I mean, sympathy for them, but also
absolutely.
It's also,
I feel for them.
Yeah. So I get my items checked out. I pay my bill, and I say, "Have a good one."
Great, easy.
And this is Trader Joe's, as we've established.
Yes.
They're chipper folk. The cashier looked at me and just went,
"Whoa!"
So if you're only listening audio, they looked at me, pursed lips, not a smile, just the faintest of a nod.
Woo.
And
what do you think that was? So walk me through the interaction throughout the whole time. Was this cashier totally silent? Did they not make any comments on the foods that you purchased?
They said, well, like they rang me up.
Yeah.
Like next.
So no words as they were ringing you up.
Just no.
Just like silence and beep.
Just
beep.
Yeah. Just
beep.
Do you want a bag? I said yes, please.
Okay.
And then
was their judgment in would you like a bag? Because let's be honest. I think everyone gets judged when they don't bring their own recyclable bags.
Is that true? I didn't know that. I buy bags all the time.
Any bag can be recyclable.
I feel like at Trader Joe's, it's pretty accepted because they're always going to give you paper bags.
That's true.
And paper bags are the morally superior option.
True. I mean, in California, I don't think you can use plastic bags anymore.
Yeah, actually, you can't anymore. So by default, it's the morally option. The morally superior option.
Okay, but that's a big, I would say, like, within the social context of a Trader Joe's attendant, that's kind of mean.
Here's the thing, though. As a cashier in general,
yes,
I don't necessarily think you owe it to.
Yeah.
But I did feel a little bit sad about it.
I'm going to say cashiers are like celebrities. In this way, and this way only. PSA. Cashiers are just like us. No, I would argue. Okay, so the argument that I'm going to say is I oftentimes will hear one anecdote about a celebrity when they're the worst person in the world. They did this one thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think
you're catching them
at just a really bad moment.
One slice of their life.
One little slice of their life. Like, it can't be on all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same thing with a cashier.
I definitely think.
Like, they can be friendly to the first 17 people, and then the 18th one, they just, are just having a moment.
Yeah.
And they just can't muster a, hey, these Trader Joe's, what are they? The Oreos.
Yeah.
These aren't delicious. I love
these.
I love these.
Oh, great choice. Thanks for validating my choice.
Social crime or social acceptability?
I think it's socially acceptable. It just didn't make me feel bad.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm remembering the full details now.
Oh, they threw an orange at your head after you rocked out.
Actually, there was a manager nearby talking to another cashier.
Yeah.
And the manager said something along the lines of, like, I spoke to so-and-so and sang your praises.
Oh.
And I think the cashier that was checking me out was too distracted to pay attention to me because I think they're trying to eavesdrop, actually.
Oh,
that changes the context.
Changes so much.
I just remember this detail right now.
I do have that moment every once in a while in a conversation where there's another conversation happening, like, behind me.
Yeah, and you're like...
And I zone out because I'm like, there's something going on back behind me. And I'm like... And then I have to, like, pretend like, oh, my God, I heard everything you just said. But when in reality, I'm, like, listening to this couple talk behind me about whether they want to have kids or not.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I had a more minor, I would say, just on the topic of like cashiers and attendants.
Mm-hmm.
We went to get coffee yesterday.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
Yes, I was there.
You were there.
Yes, I was there.
Actually, went through a whole ordeal of whether you wanted coffee or a sweet drink.
I thought
and
today
you asked
was
me
a
what a
different
flat
day.
white was. But we went up
funny.
Our friend Will ordered his drink first, and then I went up after.
Mm-hmm.
And the barista was in the middle of fixing the drink,
and
so but she gave me a social cue of like, oh hey. I didn't know if that hey was like, hey, get ready to order. But then I was like, oh, did you want me to? And she was like, yeah, I can take your order.
Yeah.
And so it's always this like awkward moment where you're not sure when you like make eyes with an attendant, they're doing something else, or they're like perhaps not. They're busy with maybe like another thing, so you don't know whether you're supposed to initiate ordering. That's always like for me, like I'm like never sure, because I like wait there, because I'm not a person who's like, can I order? Because I think that's rude to be like, are you ready to take my order? Because I don't want to like force you to do it. I think the cashier should be like, oh, are you ready to order?
Sure.
And then I'd be like, yes, absolutely, I'm ready to order.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I'm still need one other minute with the menu. And at which point, then I can be like, hey, I'm ready to order.
Right.
But in this case, she was ready to take my order, but she wasn't ready to ring me up quite yet. Because she was literally in the middle of making a drink. So I stepped aside thinking,
I remember this.
You were there.
I was there.
And then... I guess she rang me up while I wasn't looking, because then Will, I think, had to be like, your order
that was me.
is
I was
like,
talking to you.
It was you. It was like $7.50 or something like that.
Yeah.
You like told me the price.
And I was like, oh, it's you.
It's there. Yeah, you got to pay.
Right.
So I don't know. I was just thinking like, hey, it was unclear.
It should be a full process. Like,
right.
All in one go.
Right. Because I don't know if she was ready to make my drink either.
Yeah.
But mentally, I guess she was ready to take my order.
Yeah.
So, social crime or socially acceptable?
That one, oh man, a crime feels so strong.
It's strong. It's
strong.
So social snafu.
I think it's maybe a social
gaff.
Maybe you get a little slap on the wrist for that.
Okay.
A little social slap on the wrist.
Okay.
For
not being ready to pay.
Yeah, it's your fault. No, I don't. Oh, this is I don't.
That's a hard one. It's really tough.
We need a social lawyer.
We need a social lawyer. We got to debate this. We need to take this to the Supreme Court.
That's.
With our justices, though.
Yeah. Oops.
Everything's...
Can you not get political?
Okay, back to the topic of the day.
Okay, yes.
There are all sorts of social burdens that we have to carry.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend's going through a breakup.
Oh, you gotta reach out.
Whose turn it is to be the shoulder to cry on?
Mm-hmm.
Your friends are moving.
Oh.
Do you offer to pick up a box?
Uh-huh.
Your friends are hosting a potluck.
Oh.
What do you bring?
How much are you contributing?
Dishes at the end of the night. They hosted. Do you clean up?
Yeah. That one freaks me out.
All these sorts of things. There's all sorts of ways that we have to split the bill,
quote unquote
bill, and these all amount to social favors and social obligations.
Yes.
Sometimes you're obligated to do them. Other times it's loose. So we should talk about this. Why don't we start with very simple, clear cut thing?
Okay.
A potluck. Let's talk about the potluck.
Okay.
All right. I think it's pretty much socially obligated for you to bring something.
You should bring something to a potluck.
Bring something to a potluck. I think we get into territory of like, what are you bringing and was it enough?
And the degree, like the level, the tier of contribution.
Right.
Are you bringing utensils?
Right. Oh my God.
Plates, napkins.
Are you bringing
essential?
Absolutely. Functional.
Functional.
Are you bringing ice?
Are you bringing ice?
But I mean, like, ice costs $3.
Yeah. Are you bringing a meal that you prepared
yourself?
Or cooked? Are you bringing something that you bought?
A pre-made thing. This all factors into it.
Yeah.
And as the host, are you responsible for the main dishes?
And coordination.
I
Oh, someone's
would say
making
the obligation, is like, I think, let's start with the host responsibilities.
Okay.
My take is,
PSA.
PSA, if you are the host of a potluck, it comes with some social obligations.
Sure.
Number one being you're coordinating. Obviously, that's number one. You're coordinating the times. You're coordinating the people. You're kind of coordinating who's bringing what a little bit.
You can at the very least list what you're going to make to leave room for, or provide so that other people will decide last minute what they're going to bring. Because it's always last minute.
At a minimum, I think you're responsible for setting the tone of like, hey, here's what I'm filling out. Everyone else fill out the rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one.
Hey, some desserts would be nice. Some drinks would be nice.
Yeah, we've got some entrees. I'm making the entrees.
Yeah.
But like, feel free to bring something else.
We have a vegetarian option.
Right, exactly. Yes, of course. Someone should always have a vegetarian option.
Yeah.
So that's number one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Number two for me is you're providing all the like staple, you sort of like the plates.
Sure.
The tablecloth.
Yeah.
The glassware.
Yeah. I love eating my tablecloth.
I know. You gotta take it to go. But it's important, I think, to assume that no one's gonna bring cutlery and glassware again, napkins, like those things. If someone offers to bring them, great. But like, you should probably provide that sort of stuff.
Probably are expected to provide.
Right.
Because I have thought about bringing a big pot of soup to a potluck before,
right,
and I'm like, do they have bowls?
So that's a good question, actually. So I do
bowls?
think that if it's a very specific
dish
that requires a specific utensil or like serving vessel, then you do have to bring that sort of stuff. Okay, example, when I did my birthday thing,
happy birthday,
I wanted to bring happy birthday to me another year before I leave this planet.
Oh.
I knew I wanted to like not bring a cake because I like kind of figured one of my friends would bring something, but I wanted to have a dessert ready. So I brought ice cream.
Delicious.
But I knew also that the place we were having pizza probably wasn't going to have like bowls.
Yes.
So I decided to bring instead solo cups because I think that was easier.
Yeah.
But so I knew that I had to bring spoons and solo cups for that treat.
And a serving spoon.
Of course. Yeah. So I brought my own thing, and I would have done the same at a potluck too, because I'm like, I'm not going to assume that you have all this stuff.
Yes.
You know? So that's one example. Okay.
Yes.
So two is you provide the basic essentials. I think,
yes.
You know.
If you're a participant in the potluck, don't make a redundant food offer.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. If
especially after someone else claimed it.
Right. Exactly. Well, that's a social crime.
It's upsetting.
You wouldn't do that.
One time I picked something, and then someone
else picked it again,
and then they were like, "Oh, I'll bring this."
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm gonna make it better than you.
Yeah, and I'm like, I thought I covered this category of food.
Yeah.
How dare
you?
And theirs was better.
I would say
to go options.
Oh no, I don't believe in that. I believe a potluck is fundamentally like you go there to eat. It's a nice thing, like if you, like if like there's a lot of leftovers, and like of course if the host doesn't want to have all the leftovers,
that's usually what happens.
Give it away.
No, we can't.
I don't want it.
It's just us. It's just us. No. We can't possibly eat all this. Please take some.
Yeah.
I hated your dish. Take it back.
Yeah, exactly. It can feel like that sometimes, right? You ate this. I don't
my gosh, no. We will keep that.
Yeah,
but we don't have any more.
No, your homemade casserole. No, thank you.
Oh, that casserole. You can take it back.
You can take it back. Don't worry about it. We have so much food.
Yeah.
We will take the pie.
We'll take the pie though. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think like a host has like a number of responsibilities.
Refreshments.
I would say yes. They do. They should have drinks.
Yeah.
They should have drinks on hand, but nothing like they don't have to bring like a baseline sparkling water. Like that's probably what I would say.
And then everyone else
should bring the fancy drinks.
Yeah.
Like
alcohol.
A fun non-alcoholic drink is always great. A cider.
I do
would be great.
Cider. Soda pops.
Yeah, like a specialty soda. That's like a thing that as a guest you can bring. But let's get into the topic, I think, of...
We'll find that third thing later.
We'll find another thing later. I think drinks actually. I think a baseline drink is a rule for me. But is it sufficient to bring to a potluck just a 6-pack or a drink thing? Because for me, you bring a 6-pack to a party, like a regular party, not a potluck party, but like, or if you're going to even like a dinner party where they're hosting the dinner party, and it's not expected that you bring a bottle of wine,
right?
You bring a 6-pack of beer, you bring a little something special, But at a potluck, you got to bring more than a.
I think so, because it can be exclusionary for people who don't drink, and a 6-pack for who knows how many people are attending this potluck. Who gets to enjoy this? It's kind of like I got you a birthday cake. It's my favorite flavor.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm going to drink these. You know what I mean? I'm going to drink this cake.
But then if it was sodas instead of a 6-pack, would that be acceptable?
If it's a 24-pack.
Or just like a few big liter bottles.
Oh, in that case, for me personally, it's not enough. Like a couple of liters of soda is not enough of. It's not enough of a contribution in the sense of like financial contribution, out of your way contribution, thought contribution. It's like it's like you bring a drink plus you bring it can offset how big your meal that thing that you bring. Like bring a drink and a pie that you didn't make that you didn't make.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to cook a casserole. You don't have to cook like lasagna.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna bring like a small like a pack of, I don't know, croissants or muffins or something like that, whatever, you're also bringing a drink with you.
Okay. What about in a scenario where most of the major food groups and dishes have been covered? There doesn't seem like much room for you to contribute, and you're in that position.
Okay, you know what I do a lot of times?
Dessert.
Oh, well, dessert for sure. Like, but if that's covered already too, let's say, what I'll do is I'll ask the host, "What else do you need? What do you need?"
Yeah.
Like, and like, here's a time when I will be the person who's like, "Can I pick up ice on the way?"
Yeah.
Because the ice thing for me, it's cheap. It's not the only thing you should bring, but it's the thing you have to buy last minute.
Yeah.
You gotta, because usually you don't have enough room in your freezer for it, and you want some ice. You want some ice. So it's you're going out of your way. You're scheduling it in. You're scheduling in a trip to the liquor store to grab that ice. But it's like a nice gesture to be like, what else do you need? Yes. Or do you need cups? Or do you need any of those things? Do you need me to pick up something?
Sometimes it's the less favorable position to be the last person to volunteer.
Oh, totally.
To bring something at the potluck.
Yeah, because then you're out of options.
Yeah.
All the low-hanging fruit has already been taken.
Yeah. Do we weigh homemade options more than store-bought options?
Yes, I do. I do in the sense, well, you give more leeway to how good they are. Because you're like, you put an effort.
So yummy.
You got to be like, this is the best thing I've had. But I think you can compensate for, I think you got to spend more when you go out to buy. Then, because it has to compensate for the amount of work that you did.
Right.
So yeah, I think there's always trade-offs, right? So we're talking about like literal splitting the bill.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like where are you placing, because like it's either time, it's energy, it's money. It's like those are the things that you're putting into your contribution, and they have to kind of be equal. Okay. You get to the potluck. Maybe you're like one of the earlier people to arrive. Are you helping set up?
Oh, you make the offer. This gets into the same territory as like, do you do the dishes?
Right.
Because it's like host dependent.
Yeah.
You should at the very least offer.
Yeah.
And then some hosts will be super polite, be like, no, just
Don't
relax.
worry about it.
But sometimes the coded language is.
Yes, please make yourself useful.
Do something.
But also, some people are very particular and they like things in a certain way.
Some people don't want people. And then on the other end, on the tail end of the party, when people are doing someone's going to help do dishes. Sometimes that person doesn't do dishes the way that you want them to.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Some people are very particular.
Or unintentionally, you're making everyone else look bad.
That's true. I mean, that is true. Like, if you're the one person who's like going out of their way to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look, not everyone can have a task.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people.
Yeah.
Like once the party gets going, everyone can't be working. That's antithetical to the whole party thing.
Unless you're dwarves in The Hobbit.
That's true.
Everyone helps Bilbo clean up.
You just keep working throughout the whole thing. There is this kind of like interesting moment where like you realize that the host has been in the kitchen the entire time, still making things. And then is there a social obligation to like kind of do a lap inside the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're
like, hey, how things going?
You haven't
in
seen
here?
them for a while, and the food's probably gonna be there.
Right.
Maybe.
Most of the food.
And
well,
so
the freshest food.
the freshest food
Because it's coming out from there.
Yeah.
And then it makes its way to the kitchen table.
Everything good? Can I get you at least a drink or something?
That's a
Can
great
I
call.
help you plate? Or
let me
like
let me be your sous chef for a second.
Yeah.
Or let me get you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, please.
Enjoy the party.
Enjoy the fucking party.
While I slave away, like a indentured servant.
Oh.
Domesticated servant. Potlucks. Generally speaking, actually kind of already socially okay because, all the rules are kind of defined.
For the most part.
But we could talk about dinner parties too.
Dinner parties.
Just dinner parties. Not an expectation of potluck.
Yeah.
But a dinner party. Someone says, hey,
I'm gonna
come to my
host.
place. I'm going to host. What are you doing? What are you bringing? Are you showing up a little early or showing up a little late to be a little like, we said 6 o'clock, but I'm going to give you a little leeway because you might just be prepping the food. Or do you say, hey, this person has scheduled it so that the food comes out hot at 6?
I only go to one recurring dinner party. It's quarterly.
Quarterly.
Not financially. Just yearly. Seasonally.
Seasonally quarters.
And I have a good enough read on the group where, they're pretty generous and flexible with their time. But with them, I show up cordially on time.
Yes.
And
within 15 minutes of when the...
Yeah. And within the week, I ask, like, do you need anything covered? Because when they're hosting, they're also providing everything.
Yeah, a lot,
and I'm
right?
like, I feel bad about it, even though you intend to, host and service and you enjoy it. But I feel compelled to contribute something.
Yes,
so
of course.
You want chips, you want dip, you want drinks,
I think
you want
it's a
desserts.
smaller obligation.
Smaller
right?
obligation.
It's like you bring a small little nice to have.
Yeah, and your presence is the real contribution.
Come on. Or this is a time when you can bring just a drink, like a 6-pack or a bottle of wine. I think I've heard recently that like an interesting way to go about doing it is like you don't necessarily have to bring them something that's for the party. Bring them a nice bottle of like olive oil. Bring them like some flowers. Bring them a plant. Bring them something that could be used in their kitchen. Like for their next meal, for their next party.
That's funny. The friend that I'm thinking of, in terms of gifts specifically around plants, he said, "You just gave me homework."
Oh, that's
but
so
actually,
funny.
I love plants and giving plants.
Well, give them flowers. They don't have to keep those alive. Plant's a burden.
I
PSA: don't give your friends a plant because it's a burden.
Some people enjoy.
No, I love a plant.
Pasa. Partial pasa.
Know your friends.
Pasa. Oh, that's the better one. Know thy friends.
Know thy friends.
As in Latin. Moving on.
Okay, so you get to the end of the night.
Yeah.
Dishes everywhere.
Yes.
But, there's only one sink.
Oh.
What do you do?
Is this household a dishwashing household? Some people are raised to not use a dishwasher.
When they have one. This is
It's me.
Let's start with they have a dishwasher and they use it.
Okay, then
you help them load.
They're so particular. I'm sure they're particular
about how they load their dishwasher.
I don't know how to use a dishwasher.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, I don't know how to load
personally,
a dishwasher.
I always manually wash my dishes,
right.
even though people say, and I do believe that it's more economical to use a dishwasher.
Right,
it's just not how it was brought up. Let me hand wash my dishes, okay?
You're either raised in a household that hand wash their dishes, or you're raised in a household that wash their dishes in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Or you're a friggin'
animal. Disgusting
beast.
Eating off of dirty plates, licking them clean, and that's the only way they get clean.
Yeah, so I can only speak from my own perspective, which is that
you don't know how to do it. You just don't know.
Do it. I'm sorry.
You just stand there awkwardly, being like, I don't know what to do.
Do you need help with anything?
Let me mop your floor.
Let me lick your floor clean. At the very least, I can rinse off my plate before you load it.
Right?
What's your stance?
My stance is. You can make do you need any help? Mm-hmm. Do you need help cleaning up? It sucks because sometimes it's like you're going to say no.
Yeah.
And sometimes you should just start washing.
Sometimes you just do.
I think if no one's helping,
yeah,
you can start washing. You start
washing
dishes.
Yeah.
And then I think it's totally within their right to be like, hey, don't worry about it. I know how to do this or whatever because they're particular about it.
Yeah. But I think some people do appreciate the people who do take initiative and they'll do the performative, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's also a good strategy for if you're someone who does not feel comfortable idling around or an anxious person. Be like, time to take my break. Let me do something meaningful.
Yeah.
Let me clean up.
Totally. Absolutely. You can start organizing things. You can start throwing things out.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a person when I host who expects people to do the dishes. It doesn't bother me that like people don't offer because I load it in the dishwasher and it's not such a big deal. It's also something that like, do we want to turn this part of the night into a cleaning fest? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I think like sometimes I'm just like, get the hell out.
When I visit my folks' place and I cook there, I will do the dishes.
You will do the dishes
also. And the kind of funny thing that is sort of a scramble is when one of the siblings knows one is doing the dishes, they'll rush to get their plate in the sink so that they don't have to wash it.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, you're already doing it. But that's a sibling dynamic.
I see. Yeah. Well, it's just different. It's very
different. It's different.
Yeah. It's different between friends and siblings.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered I feel like we've covered a lot of dinner parties.
Yeah, but we want to get more in the territory of like
what other social? We want to talk about social and emotional obligations,
where there's like an imbalance,
where you gotta like be willing to give and take. Right?
Here's a scenario: you're helping a friend move something.
Yes, move something.
Move some things.
Like a big thing.
Maybe some things, multiple things.
Okay.
You're riding in their car. Maybe there's 3 of you.
Okay.
And then
big item. Or you need like extra hands.
Or you need extra hands, right?
Sure.
The person who drove that you're helping should probably be carrying less than what you and your friend are helping to carry. Yes?
Because they're driving?
Because you're helping them out.
So they should carry less?
Maybe. No, wait. No, wait. Hold on. Let me think about
think...
this. If you're in charge, you kind of okay. Go ahead.
No. Yeah. So if you're okay, if the question is like who takes on the burden, I think as the person asking for the other person's help, like let's say you're moving like a room full of items and you just need help, you just need hands. You got to be the one.
You should be
who's setting the lead. Who's taking the lead. Who's like, I'm gonna pick the big box. Like. And you got to be the one being like, hey, I need a hand here. Like, this requires 2 people. Like, this is why I brought you here. And then, what are you doing at the end? Are you offering to buy them a meal? What's the like? When you ask someone to help you move something, what are you giving them in return?
You got to give them something.
Got to give them something.
You were obligated to provide drink, like water.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's just baseline.
Baseline water. Maybe like a nice like sparkly.
Maybe a nice sparkling. Maybe some nice what does Gatorade do?
Electrolytes. Some electrolytes. Yeah, because it could be a hot day.
It's a hot day. You sweat.
You're gonna move a big item, like an armoire.
You should insist on covering their meal.
Yeah.
If you're not, I mean, it's kind of weird to like. I don't know if it's weird, but
yeah.
You're not likely to pay your friends to help you. But you should
no,
offer.
No, definitely not. I think it's weird to pay your friends to help you move. I think it's like it's one of those things where like you literally can't do it yourself sometimes, where you like need an extra pair of hands, and like I think a good friend who's physically capable, like obviously don't ask your friends who are like in chronic pain or anything like that. Yeah,
friggin' weak, fragile boned.
But your able-bodied friend.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely well within right to be like, hey, could you just give me a hand?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like not like a commitment of like a full day. It's like maybe like an hour.
Let me help me do this thing.
Yeah.
Are you then
yes
obligated to return the favor in some way if they've helped you and you've?
I would look out for an opportunity, to return the favor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey,
you help me out.
I'm gonna help you out.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah. Not so much a quid pro quo necessarily for friends, but like
you scratch my back.
Yeah, I'll scratch yours.
There is a temptation to take it somewhere. I feel
we won't do it. We don't do that.
We won't do that. Not on
PSA.
This podcast.
Don't go there.
PSA. Don't go there.
Okay. Shift to another topic.
Yeah.
Rides.
Rides.
Are you always the person to give someone a ride? Like, I mean, the thing is, do you expect? Because I'm all for sharing carpooling because I think it's like good for the environment.
Yeah.
I think I actually like
the ease of parking,
but also there's a really nice
there's a social
aspect to not just the ride there, but to arriving at the same time with a person that you already know.
It's nice.
Okay, all that aside,
yeah.
Do you feel that if you're always the one giving a ride, that the other person should offer you a ride?
This goes back to what is the preference. I have a friend who really enjoys driving.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
you're like, let's say like you're always on the way.
Mm-hmm,
like you're literally
if you're on the way.
You go to the same place all the time.
Yeah.
And you're on the way.
The previous episode I alluded to my friend treating me to a show.
Yes.
And the show was closer to my part of town.
Okay.
If it were not the case, I would have certainly volunteered to drive.
Absolutely. Totally.
But I was the recipient of the carpool.
Yeah, totally. And like, I think, I don't know, rides are kind of interesting because it's like not a direct cost to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going anyway.
Yeah.
I think like it's one of those things where it's like you kind of at some point like got to be like, oh, if it makes sense, like let me offer the ride. Because it's like really a ride situation is a ride for ride. It's not like a ride for something else. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like a pretty specific thing.
Yeah.
Unless maybe like, hey, let me get your coffee while you're driving.
Sure.
We're going to stop on the way.
Yeah, like the extent of the amount of driving that goes into it matters.
I think we should also like get into long road trip driving and who drives for those.
If we're talking road trip,
like post 2 hour drive.
Post 2 hour
2
drive
hours plus.
Probably offer to pitch in for
gas. I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Pitch in for gas.
Snacks.
Snacks maybe, bring some snacks, and that's also good. But if you're going on multiple trips with people, like regularly, you should probably switch off, right?
Oh, round robin.
Right, totally.
Round robin it. Unless again, someone really
wants to drive. That's of course. But then you pick up the slacks in some other way. Like if you stop for Starbucks, you pay for Starbucks maybe.
Or if you're in a big vehicle and say, "Hey, you're clear to merge."
Yeah, be a good navigator.
Oh yeah.
If you're getting a ride on a road trip, PSA. PSA. Be really good at navigating, and I would argue I'm a great navigator.
Yeah.
I do the thing where I'm like, I think I'm a better navigator than Google Maps.
Whoa.
Yes. What I do is we get in the car. I say like, hey, you're gonna make a left, but you're gonna need to get into your right lane.
Right. That's important.
I always do the thing. You're gonna have to make. Hey, start thinking about getting over onto the right lane.
Yeah.
Because we're in 4 lights. We're gonna have to make a right. That's what I do. I'm very much like
you're in the mind.
I'm in the mind of the driver. I'm like, I don't want to have to make you get over 3 lanes.
Yeah, because if you're in a double left turn lane, you're in the farthest left turn lane, and it turns out you have to make a right at the next turn.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. I love to say the thing like start to think about getting over.
That's like the same energy as like a host at a show. Be like, on deck is XYZ, but coming up next.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's
generous.
I navigate like I host a comedy show. I don't.
You don't. I do not. No, that's a thoughtful thing to do.
Yeah,
that's very helpful. Being in the perspective of like, if you've experienced any inconveniences, try to cover that for another person.
Yeah.
Think ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Like make it easy. Make their life easy.
Yeah.
Like they're already taking on a burden.
Do you think that, I mean, some people feel like shotgun handles the music, the aux cord.
Yeah, that's a great, I think.
That has not been the case.
Nowadays it's tougher because everyone has like
their
CarPlay. I think, well, you know what? I've gotten to the point where I like, the music is kind of like, if we're good friends, we're going to be chatting.
Yeah.
So you gotta have some music playing. But you gotta turn it down.
Yeah,
turn it down.
Mine is like a bed of a layer, like a light bed of sound,
little white noise of some music playing in the background,
which makes it more tolerable than just complete silence. Yeah, even if you're the most comfortable of friends.
Obviously, if you're getting into like many hours and you need like people want to like take a quick nap, stuff like that, you gotta then like play around that.
And in a longer road trip, you'd be like, hey, do you want to listen to anything?
Yeah.
Because we've been listening to my
SoundCloud
for 4 hours.
The SoundCloud that I uploaded under my pseudonym.
My GarageBand made SoundCloud. Do you like it?
Music that I made with animal sounds.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop.
Okay, speaking of long road trips, when do you offer to drive?
Switch drivers. That's an interesting one.
Because some people are very particular about not
letting
someone else drive their car.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you gotta offer.
You should probably offer.
Hey, if you're getting, let me know if you're getting tired.
Feeling sleepy? Yeah, that's always good. You try to be as considerate as possible. Right. Like keep an eye on the person. If they're doing a little nodding, eyes flashing, kind of tired. Your life.
You get scared.
You get scared. You can very reasonably, hey, you good?
Yeah.
And if they say, no, I'm good, then you risk death.
Yeah, absolutely.
that's just a polite thing.
Because, I mean, when you get in someone's car, you're putting your life in their hands.
It's very true.
Yeah. So not all social burdens
and social
favors are part of like a celebration necessarily. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they revolve around how you pick up your friends, not literally, not physically, but emotionally.
Right.
There's a lot of emotional burden that goes into friendship and social favors that are owed to people.
Mm-hmm. I would categorize these the same way that Covered California qualifies as a qualifying life event.
Oh, yes, exactly. Like there's open enrollment period.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in the way that they identify them as like you lost a loved one.
Right.
You lost your job. You were divorced.
Right. And I think maybe one thing that's like a little different about these sort of life events that require some social favors or social obligations is that there is no quid pro quo for these.
No.
Because for me, it's like they're random events oftentimes. Like you just got dumped.
In a hypothetical. Not me personally.
No.
That's never happened.
But you something bad happens to you of no fault of your own. Your friend is going through something and you are obligated to share the load.
Yeah. If you're being a good friend,
you're
going to be available for them.
Totally.
And this is assuming a close friend that you care about.
Yeah, something you care about. Like, okay, so your friend, let's say the scenario is, here's one, which I might have maybe the wrong take on.
Okay. A passa, perhaps?
Your friend loses their pet.
Ooh. Uh-oh. I sense a lack of empathy.
The pet was old. It was their time. What do you need to do?
I mean, you should reach out.
Yeah.
I think you should reach out.
A text is sufficient.
A text, I mean, again, depending on like the context of your friendship. I think reaching out is important. Granted, if the pet is old, they have probably been processing the grief on the way out. But some people really do
love their pets.
Like a family member. Well, they are family.
They are family, of course.
Even though sometimes you can't cite them as a cause for bereavement in certain social,
I know,
which is kind of messed up.
Emergency contact either.
And I've tried. Call my dog. Call my dog. I think you should reach out and express your condolences, and maybe another check-in down the line.
Hey, a month later, how you doing?
Hey, just checking in. How
you doing?
How do? Hey, me check in.
How feel?
You just hold space for them.
Yeah. Okay. What about a breakup? We haven't
breakup.
Yeah. What's the required? What is the requirement?
I think you've got to meet them in person.
Yeah. And presumably you're good enough friends that they told you about the breakup.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like they called you and they're like, I got done.
Or they let you know. Yeah, they will let you know. Yeah. That's like when you're at your most vulnerable, you're probably going to reach out to people you can't trust.
Immediately when they call, you got to stay on the line with them until they want to get off the line.
Even if you're in the middle of a game.
You got to pause that game.
Pause that game. And
say
if
it's NFL,
hey,
Super Bowl can wait.
Hey, everyone, hold on.
My friend just got dumped.
I mean, you kind of have to try to be there.
Yeah, you got to be there. You absolutely got to talk through it. You got to listen.
And if you can get them to meet up in person, that would be real ideal.
I think it's always like a good thing is like you do the immediate, like it's probably going to be an hour at least.
More than.
Yeah, the first time.
Oh, yeah.
On the phone.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be at least an hour. It's going to be an hour plus. But then you got to be like the follow-up. We're going to go do something fun.
You have to, yeah.
We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to grab a drink. We're going to do something to take your mind off of things.
And like for some people, there's no fixed timeline of like, well, I'm getting gradually better.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things will affect them
they can go for a while.
Years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
and it's a roller coaster too. Sometimes you're better. Sometimes it gets harder.
Right. Is there a deadline or a moratorium on when you expect your friend to get better where you're not willing to offer an ear or your time anymore?
The moratorium for me is if you are not helping yourself.
I agree. 100%
agree. That's all there is to it. If you're not helping yourself, then we need to talk.
Then you're just externalizing you're not processing it and making it someone else's
Exactly.
problem.
But there is no literal timeline.
There's no timeline. As long as like you can keep having the exact same feeling.
Yeah.
but acknowledging it and trying to do something about it.
Yeah, moving on with your life. Like, yeah, if you're doing all the things, if you're doing all the steps and you're still feeling like shit, I'm here. You know
that's
what?
Fine.
Feel those feelings.
Yeah. But
if you're wallowing and you're doing nothing, then you just want to feel sorry for yourself, then
sorry, buddy.
Sorry, brother.
Ain't got nothing to offer.
I'm not obligated to do anything for you.
You're not obligated. When good things happen to you, do you feel like you have to share them because your friends are invested in your well-being?
You know, sometimes I do. I do struggle with like when you share good news.
Yeah.
Good news and bad news, but good news in particular is a different thing.
Yeah.
Where you're like, especially when it's like, the news might not be nothing, but it feels good to you. It's like, hey, this like thing happened to me. I think it's when it comes from a place of like, I just like am excited about this thing and I want to like share it with someone.
I think that's great.
It's always fun. It's like, and it's also a sign, I think, even more so than being able to share bad news is who can you share good news with?
Right.
I think that's also.
I think the thing that comes to mind is if something good happens to me, I do feel like if I am going to share, which I seldom do, I have to be selective about who I share it with because someone might be in a worse station in life.
Oh my God.
And might desire the same thing or it like strikes a chord with them.
Totally.
It's like if you get in a relationship and you tell your friend who just got dumped, hey, I met someone and I'm in love.
Yeah. Oh, be careful.
Rough. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and of course the friend who you're actually good friends with,
they
still gonna
feel good. They should be
happy for you.
I mean, they just have to repress their own.
Oh my God.
You know,
of course,
it's not their problem. It's not yours.
Mutually exclusive, right? Like, you both can be in love.
No.
There's only one couple allowed to be in love at any given time. Whose schedule do you fit to?
Whose schedule?
So, like, I think there's oftentimes friendships where you're like, oh, we're only gonna meet when you're available, because A, you're not either prioritizing me, or your schedule is just so busy that I have to like find you when you have a free moment. So I'm like, I think about this also too with people with kids.
Oh, sure.
Because you're like, okay, when can we hang out?
Right.
We got to figure out. Well, if your kid's at daycare, we can hang out.
Yeah.
But if your kids are around and it's their playtime, we got to hang out together with the kid.
Right.
Or
not at all.
Or they're going to bed and then we can hang out again.
Yeah. But the kid's always presumably going to take priority over you.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and that, as they should. But I guess the question is like, and that's one example only. But sometimes you're like, oh, we only hang out when it's convenient for you. And that's like, for me, it's like you have to share the inconvenience sometimes. Like when do you, if like someone goes out of their way and like they make it work, like you got to find a time to make it work.
Sure. Yeah.
If you're always the one accommodating to someone else's schedule.
Yeah.
That can be feel like a social burden.
Yeah. And I think if that's happening a lot, you don't have to give a reason if one day you're just like, I can't today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because maybe they're relying on you more so than them.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Even if they're not always available when you need them, you're always available when they need you.
Right, exactly. So, you know what? Actually, another thing to consider is like there is sort of like social debt that you incur when you say no to something.
Oh, that can feel like,
when you're like, no, I can't this time.
I can't, but I swear, next time you got it.
Yeah.
Because I will make it work.
Totally.
Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like feeling that.
No.
It's not real.
The like, no, I have to.
Well, if you deny too many times, you stop getting invited.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we could talk about that. I mean, that's a totally separate. How many times can you say no to something before you stop getting invited?
Yeah. 2?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on it. Yeah.
2 or
3 times.
Sometimes just the one.
Right. I mean, it varies because like it could be just like a ongoing thing that a lot of people get invited to.
I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming up with this cool thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
You're with a group of friends when you come up with it.
Like an event or something.
An event or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, we should all do this.
Yeah.
Someone who's a part of your group wasn't there when you came up with the idea.
Yeah.
And you didn't think to invite them.
Okay.
Are you going to go back and extend that invite?
If you want them to be there.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty obvious in hindsight.
I think in no. I think it depends on like if it was spontaneous and of the people who came up with it together in that moment. and it has nothing to do with the other person.
Yeah.
But if it's like one of those things where it's like, we came up with this awesome thing we want to do, and like you're a perfect person for it.
Yeah.
Like you love doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think the question is anyone allowed outside of that group to feel bad that you didn't invite them?
I'm of the mind that no. I mean, like, you're allowed to feel bad.
Are you allowed to make someone feel bad?
No.
Because we know people who've done that.
We know people who do that, and it maybe it's just a matter of wiring, but I don't take it personally if I'm not invited to the
Again, if someone like came up with something, like they were hanging out together and they decided, oh, we should do this thing, like I wasn't a part of that.
I wasn't part of that when that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to think like, why didn't they think of me?
Right, totally.
It just happened. It was a matter of convenience.
Right.
Totally. And I wasn't there.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
PSA, stop taking it personally.
Passa, it's not about you.
It's not about you.
No.
Oh, we could definitely talk about like life events that happen where they require you to organize something for them, and who has to do them.
Oh God, my
bachelor
nightmare.
Bachelor
parties, birthday,
showers,
your spouse's,
all those things.
Yeah.
I
hate that.
Yeah. Who's got to do it? Who splits it? Who splits it up? Like, okay, let's like I mean, I haven't been to a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Like bachelor parties, I think, are one thing, or bachelorette parties, or any of those like pre-wedding things.
Ceremonies, rituals.
There's usually one person who's spearheading, obviously.
Yeah, the person who's closest.
I think you're always trying to contribute something, like a little bit.
Probably financially.
Yeah.
If you're like the less.
Oh, always financially. I think you're gonna end up splitting.
Yeah.
Some amount of the burden because it is expensive.
Yeah.
But I think like a gesture, like a thing that you're gonna do that makes it special. Also, if you're not the one like organizing all the stuff, buying the food, figuring out the games, you got to be the one who's like, hey guys, I brought this awesome thing that I found. It'll give us an hour of things to do, like a board game, or like I brought this really cool bottle of champagne that I found in a treasure hunt.
Oh man, I just hate these personally.
I know. Just avoid all organized group activities.
Don't get married.
Don't get married. Don't do it.
Passa? Actually,
don't get married. Nah. Who needs the tax benefit of filing jointly?
Oh, well, when you present it like that.
More broadly speaking,
yeah.
So for me, splitting the bill and splitting like burden is about spiritual generosity, in the sense that I think there are two types of people who like are generous in whatever way they can be, and those who are nickel and diming everyone around them. And so I think that like for me, all this boils down to is, are you a person who's like generous of spirit, like and that sounds like a little bit like a little new age, biblical. But what I really mean is, you're generous in whatever way you can. So it might not be money always, but it's like if you're not contributing money, you're contributing your time,
your energy,
your emotional energy,
emotional bandwidth.
You're thinking about other people. You're like the one who always like is considerate, you know? I think there are other ways to do it. You're like offering the rides. That doesn't really cost you anything, but you're like, hey, I can pick you up on the way.
And a little bit of like awareness or acknowledgement goes a long way too.
Oh my God,
hey,
totally.
Dude,
thanks so much for doing that thing.
Yeah.
You don't always have to do it. Like, let me help or whatever.
Or it's like, I noticed this has been happening.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change the dynamic, but I want you to know.
I acknowledge it.
I see it.
Yep. It's something.
It's something.
In a positive way.
In a positive way.
Yeah. I think that's also very crucial. Just even the person who acknowledges things, you know? Some people like love to live in that blissful ignorance of like, oh, I don't see. Like, I don't look.
Yeah, right.
Let it
out of sight, out of
happening.
Mind, whatever. Things just work because I'm not looking at it.
Yeah. But remember, there's a lot of like social burden that happens behind closed doors. Like, it's not always like in the presence of you. Like, you're like, the social burden isn't always obvious.
Right.
You know, sometimes it happens before you meet up or after you meet up.
Right.
The cleanup, the setup, all that's the obvious example. But there's other work that goes into it. The text check-ins.
Hey, everything good?
Everything good?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, sometimes are you the one who's like holding everyone's emotions in the group.
Text check-ins can be kind of tough too, because sometimes you're expressing you're sending the gesture that like, hey, I'm checking in, I'm invested in your well-being, and sometimes past a certain threshold, it's what you're actually doing, and not even intentionally. It's just like, hey, remember that thing you're trying to get over?
I know, right? Let me retrigger
checking
that.
in to let you know if you're making any progress on that thing you're trying to get over.
I know.
That's
let
hard.
me remind you about it, but also let me remind you how you're not progressing.
And that's hard too. Like, how do you provide a sense of normalcy?
No, totally.
Is outside of that.
There's always these like very delicate ways of approaching these things for sure. But I think like on the whole, while we talked about splitting the bill, like literally, we acknowledge that like sometimes the bill is more than just money.
It's more than money. It's your energy.
It's your energy. So the question, becomes like, where are you contributing and where are you taking?
Right. You shouldn't always be giving. That is
not too.
There's the group. It's always going to be the group dynamic.
I know. It's always that.
In the previous episode, we alluded to a table of 7 people who are chill and 1 person who's not. It just
and then
takes
you gotta
one.
change the dynamic. You gotta change your behavior.
Yeah.
To suit that person, which sucks.
It suck.
We think it suck.
We think it suck.
I mean, like we could pose some scenarios of just like.
I mean, like first thing comes to mind, and this is more for the friends who have recreational hobbies that are in the world of entertainment. Hey, my band's playing.
Ooh,
want to come see my band?
I do. I know that's one thing. Like, I mean, I will say like, when you're like, that's why I never invite people to our improv shows because I don't want to be expected to go to anyone else's.
Oh yeah, that's a good strategy.
I think it's a daring request to ask people to come to your shows, but sometimes you have to do it.
Sometimes you have to do it. Every time I've done it personally, it's been some of the worst performances I've ever given.
I know that's also that's the fear.
Yeah.
The fear is that you're gonna make yourself look like an idiot.
And anytime I thought about doing it but didn't do it, great show.
Great shows.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's why you don't invite people. You think about inviting them, but you don't.
And that's what'll really boost you to do well.
Shows. Okay, so inviting people to shows is one thing. I would say like when you ask people for favors on like a project, creative project, this is very specific to LA, I feel like, or in the creative spheres. Like, what do you owe them that favor? Kind of depends on like the request you ask.
It depends on the request.
I mean, I always ask you to come and help me on things.
And the dynamic of your friendship. Like anytime you ask me, it's an obvious yes.
Yeah.
And then for other people that I maybe am not as close with, presumably they get that everyone gets their big ask.
Yes.
And you can cash in that ask maybe once every half decade.
Sure, totally. Yeah. I think that's probably right. Unless it's like you made it a great time and people want to like, and then they express that like, hey, next time ask me again. I'll totally do it.
But yeah,
and I think it is your obligation, social obligation. If you're asking for a favor for someone to spend time doing something for you, make it a good time.
Make it a good time. They're not just like at your mercy. Oh, you've agreed to this now.
No, now you're my
you
worker.
play by my rules. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it's just initially everyone gets their sort of big ask, but the closer your friend, it's not really an ask. It's like, hey, let's hang out and
do this thing.
And do this thing. Absolutely.
That's important.
Yeah.
Because like, what are we doing here anyway? We're passing time.
What do?
What if someone like? What about the person who organizes the event? Like, it's not a potluck or anything like that, but they're like, hey, I'll get the tickets for this concert.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What's the obligation? I feel like sometimes it's like, hey, where can I then pick up the slack?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're buying them drinks at the concert.
Maybe, or you're like,
offer to buy them merch,
like letting them
treat them to food.
Right. Or you're picking like where you're sitting among the like many seats that they have.
Yeah.
We're going to like pay for parking.
Yeah.
Or like be the one to drive us to the venue.
And this person chose that concert because they're presumably a fan of that artist.
Right, that's true.
So even if it's not your taste, you have a good time.
Pretend to have a good time.
We look for things to enjoy.
Absolutely.
Wow, nice production.
Yeah, good lighting.
Good lighting.
Classic. Yeah, I feel
be
like
a good hang. Someone asks you to do something, and
half the time, the answer to this is just be a good hang.
Be a good hang. What does being a good hang look like or sound like?
It's like frictionless. It's effortless.
Yeah.
It's like
sounds like a cologne. Frictionless. Effortless.
By Dior.
You did Dior.
Yeah, I think it's like about making like the whole process. Because if they're doing all the heavy lifting, you gotta grease the wheels. Grease those wheels, baby.
Be a little slippery, oily baby.
So I think like generally speaking, like we talk about like fairness.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, like how making, and not that you have to like nickel and tally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you have to make it a ledger, but you keep like I think you keep like an emotional ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I feel good about this or do I not feel good about this? Do I feel taken advantage of, or do I feel like this is an equal relationship?
Yeah, some relationships are just inherently unequal, and that's something that both parties have to. You alluded to this with the
a friendship,
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that
reference.
too. Yeah.
I think it's just like, I think it's always good to introspect after an interaction with a friend and be like, maybe that was draining. Was it worth it? Did I still enjoy doing it?
Right.
Or is this just a net negative for me? And then for other people, it's like, oh, I did that thing and I had fun doing it. I don't view it as like it didn't view as like at my expense.
Exactly. I think the ultimate takeaway in all this is like bills can feel like bills when they're the wrong people. And then sometimes a bill comes due and you're like, it doesn't feel like a bill. Like I don't need to repay this, or I don't need to collect dues on this because like honestly, you enjoyed the time.
I'm just a bill.
That's a real PSA right there.
I don't think I've fully seen Schoolhouse.
Yeah, I certainly don't know how Bill becomes a bill in Capitol Hill. Any final thoughts? Friendships, at the end of the day, they're a checklist. You check one side, you check the other side.
Pasa. Some of them feel frictionless, effortless, and some of them you spend
probably more time thinking about when it's unfair. If you're spending more time thinking about like the social bill that comes due, probably not a good friendship. Not a good place to be.
Unless it's an edge case where it's like you have attachment issues.
Of course, yeah, sure.
And you're avoiding.
You're obligated to them in some other way.
Welp.
I think that's a Welp.
That's
moment.
a Welp.
That's a Welp moment. We talked about when social favor, when social obligation. I don't know if we got there.
I don't
any
know.
Closer to the truth, but we talked about it.
Did we honor the premise?
I'm Terry.
I'm Jed.
And together,
we human.
This has been another episode of Why Human Do.